Dustin Poirier reveals he got Chandler back by biting the out of his fingers. Last weekend at UFC 281, Dustin Poirier submitted Michael Chandler after a 3-round war at Madison Square Garden. In the midst of their battle, Chandler appeared to put his fingers in Poirier's mouth in order to secure a choke. The Diamond went on to bring this up during his post-fight media obligations, and, unsurprisingly, he wasn't happy. The two have continued to trade verbal blows on the matter, and now, a new layer has been added to the story. During an interview with Ariel Helwani, Poirier confirmed that he bit Chandler's fingers in an attempt to get back at his rival.
No, but I bit the shit out of his fingers.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I had my mouth guard in, so only my bottom teeth could get him, you know?
That's right. Do you think it worked?
No, he didn't even try to pull it out when I bit.
Wow. How long was it in there for? Would you?
What's I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but like in the moment when I was biting down on his fingers, I kind of like stopped biting, like, oh shit, what am I doing? Like, you know, it kind of reality hit me. I'm
Yes.
like, whoa.
What the?
I'm glad I bit him, but like, what? It was just like an instinct.
Do you think Poirier versus Chandler was a dirty fight? Let us know in the comments. Video goes viral of Khamzat Chimaev toying around with two fighters trying to take him down. Khamzat Chimaev is known for his work ethic and savage mentality while training. He was recently seen stuffing a takedown attempt from two teammates simultaneously. During his UFC tenure so far, Boers has showcased his wrestling and dominated his opponents with quick takedowns en route to submission wins. His most recent win against Kevin Holland was quite impressive as he immediately took him down and submitted him without getting hit. ESPN MMA recently shared a video of Boers' latest feat of strength as he made light work of two training partners trying to get him down to the mat.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
Khamzat Chimaev has emerged as one of the fastest rising stars in the UFC since making his debut in 2020, and definitely made standing up look easy. Sean O'Malley slams two former champions for weird striking disrespect. During the promotion's customary UFC weigh-in show prior to events, Laura Senko, Daniel Cormier, and Dan Hellie often rank the top 5 fighters in certain topics, along with various guests. The first to reveal their list was ESPN analyst Senko, who placed O'Malley at number 4. She quickly questioned the last from Weidman and former champ Cormier, suggesting they found the inclusion of the number 1 ranked bantamweight amusing. Having clearly seen the moment, O'Malley responded to the two former champions during a recent episode of the Timbo Sugar Show.
Chris Weidman's a hater on me, I found out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like it. Does he?
They were doing this pre-weigh-in show. DC, Chris, all the Lawrence Senko. They were like top 5 best strikers in the UFC. And Lawrence Senko had my name in there. And DC and Chris Weidman were laughing, giving her shit. Like, really?
After that fight?
After the Peter fight. It's so weird. It's these wrestlers, bro. They just don't like me.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm fucking 6'6". I'm fucking 220. I'm fucking sexy. Like,
Okay.
I drive a pink Lambo. I don't know what it is.
While his place in the promotion's top 5 would no doubt cause debate among the wider fan base, O'Malley has definitely shown he's one of the better strikers right now in the UFC. Do you agree with Daniel Cormier and Chris Weidman's dismissal of Sean O'Malley's striking credentials? Now it's time for our take. Is Khabib the best fighter in UFC history? The debate has been going on for over 2 years now. Even before he retired, he has been placed by many analysts or so-called experts like Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, George St-Pierre, and even Dana White above legends of the sport like Anderson Silva and John Jones. Even some of the fighters who are currently active, including one of his latest trainees, Belal Muhammad, compared him to Kobe Bryant and his Mamba mentality, and earlier this week stated he is the MJ of mixed martial arts. The Eagle is undefeated in his mixed martial arts career, retiring with a 29-0 record in 12 years across 6 different organizations, including Pro SC, M1, and of course, UFC. Khabib was the undisputed UFC lightweight champion for over 2 years, first winning it in April 2018, beating Al La Quinta at UFC 223, and last defending it before his retirement versus Justin Gaethje at UFC 254 in October 2020. In fact, After his latest win, he became for the first time the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. However, it only lasted a year, as the spot was reclaimed by Jon Jones in August 2021. Furthermore, he only defended the belt 3 times before retiring, and only had 13 fights in the UFC, and in those 13 fights, he challenged 5 of the top 5 lightweights, which is low if you compare him with other fighters who also received GOAT status like Jon Jones, who fought 13 times with top 5 contenders, Anderson Silva and GSP, who also fought over 10 top 5 contenders throughout their reigns. We don't believe Khabib was around long enough to be deemed the best fighter in UFC history, but he is certainly in our top 5. Is Khabib the mixed martial arts GOAT? Let us know your opinion in the comments below. And going back to the news, Daniel Cormier thinks Israel Adesanya has a mental hurdle against Alex Pereira because of his losses to him. Earlier this month, Pereira challenged then UFC middleweight champion Adesanya for his title in a mixed martial arts bout at UFC 281. Izzy almost finished Pereira in round 1, and he was seemingly en route to a win on the judges' scorecards, heading into the 5th and final round. Nevertheless, Pereira rallied and finished Izzy in round 5 to become the new UFC middleweight champion. In a video posted to his YouTube channel, mixed martial arts legend Daniel Cormier claimed that Israel Adesanya's past losses at the hands of Poatan in kickboxing probably affected him in their UFC clash.
And every time he hit him, you could see the damage that he inflicted on Adesanya. And I don't know if it's like some sort of like mental holdup that Izzy has with this guy, because this guy's beaten him a couple times, but he didn't respond well to the shots when Pereira was hitting him. He didn't respond well. It was almost like he froze every single time he got hit by this guy. I think that speaks to who Alex is. Alex is a massive dude, and Robert Whittaker even spoke so much. But for Adesanya to go out there and say, I'm not exactly sure why the fight was stopped when it was, because I was okay, it tells me that he was a little bit more gone than he probably thought he was in that moment.
Do you agree with Cormier? How tough is the mental battle for Adesanya? Write down your opinion in the comments. Dana White writes emotional message for devoted UFC fan who passed away at the age of 16. The UFC president revealed that he met Michael after his family and friends set up a GoFundMe page to get him to UFC 279 to meet White. Unfortunately, Michael recently passed away and White was devastated. The 53-year-old MMA promoter took to Instagram to post a photo of himself with Michael, along with a tear-jerking message. The post read, "I met Michael at UFC 279. His friends and family put together a GoFundMe to get him to UFC to meet me, and it was brought to my attention from an old friend of mine. We jumped on it and got him there. This kid was so awesome. I immediately loved him. Amazing, incredible, beautiful little Michael passed away today, and I'm bleep devastated. He held on long enough to make the event, and I just want to thank everyone involved with Saturday night that made his weekend special. My heart goes out to Michael's friends and family, and I want to thank you, Heather and Brian, for introducing me to him. I will never forget him." UFC Vegas 65 preview. UFC Vegas 65 takes place live tomorrow night from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada, and MMA Gold News has you covered with the official preview. In the main event, top 15 heavyweights, Derrick Lewis and Serghei Spivac, will compete in what may very well be a must-win contest for Lewis, who has lost 3 of his last 4 fights and is on a 2-fight losing streak. Meanwhile, Spivac is on a 2-fight winning streak after defeating Greg Hardy and Augusto Sakai, both via TKO. Spivac will enter the event with a UFC record of 6-3. The co-main event of UFC Vegas 65 will be a light heavyweight matchup between Ion Cutelaba and Kennedy Nzechukwu. Cutelaba will try to end his 2-fight losing streak, while Nzechukwu hopes to get a big win over his opponent. Make your predictions for UFC Vegas 63. That's all for today's video. If you want to know the latest UFC news, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and click the like button so you don't miss any details about the upcoming fights. Thanks for watching. See you soon.